Okay, YouTube, it's your girl Z Baby with another video. And in today's video is going to be another story time for you guys. And I'm going to tell you guys about the time that I went to a haunted house on Halloween and I almost didn't make it out of there. So if you're interested in listening to this video, keep watching the video. And shout out to all my subscribers to subscribe to the channel. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all that has subscribed. Let's get right into it. Okay, so let me just get into it because you know your girl be rambling. So this happened probably about, I give it about at least 7 years ago, and I went to this haunted house with one of my best friends at the time. And you know, for me, I don't really like haunted houses, especially like the ones that are in Six Flags, King's Dominion. I just stay away from those places because I really don't like things to pop up at me. It's one thing to watch a scary movie, but to actually be in it, it just spooks the crap out of me. I just can't take it. So this particular time, I believe at the time I was like 28 or something, and I wanted to go to this haunted house to see what was going on, because at this time, like, warehouse haunted houses were a big thing where I'm from, because I live in the DMV area. So warehouse warehouse, I can't get it out, hold on, let me come back. Warehouse haunted mansions were big, like in the early 2000s or whatever. I'll say the middle of the 2000s. Anyway, let me get into it. So me and my friend, we decided to go to this warehouse Halloween haunted mansion, whatever the case you call it. I think at the time it was around 40 bucks and there was no refunds. The guy, he had made some instructions before we got in, and he told us, he was like, if you guys come in here, you got to promise me that you will not hit the actors. And he was like, please be careful. You know what I'm saying? So when I thought about why you can't hit the actors, I'm like, what are we getting ourselves into? So as we get in there, the first room that we get into is like really long looking, and there's like cobwebs, there's lights, there's zombies, there's blood on the wall. It's just really like scary looking. So I'm like, what did I sign myself up for? And I'm telling my friend, I'm like, why are we here? Like, what are we doing here? And she was like, girl, I don't know, like, and she was like, I thought you would like it. And I'm just like, in my head, like, I like to do scary movies, but when the situation is me, like, I'm very strategic when it comes to stuff like that. Like me, I don't like being in sticky situations that I can't get out of. It's just not something that I want to do. So I was just like, okay, all right, cool. So we walk in, like I said, there's blood, fake blood, there's cobwebs, there's actors, there's some strange looking dude like hanging in the corner or whatever. I guess I was like one of the actors, and he was like, welcome in or whatever. And I respect that. The little zombie dude was like, welcome in. And I'm like, all right, cool. So then we go around the corner and we see like more actors like following us. And for me, it just looked like a movie that I just wanted to get out of. And I was very, very uncomfortable. When I tell you I was moving very quickly, I was just following the signs. And inside of this mansion, warehouse mansion, spooky mansion, whatever, I'm calling it a mansion because it was really, really big. There's kind of like signs on the floor. So it's like in my head, I have to do like clues. I have to look at the steps, and then like if you go the other way, there's somebody jumping out at you or whatever. I end up cursing one of the actors out, and I was like, get the F out of here or whatever, like, you don't want this. And he started cursing, yeah, get the F out of here, you don't want this. So it's like, you know, they were very like very realistic. Like, you know, that whole voice that I just made was like out of here. Like, it was just like, okay. So my friend, she's like, man, she's like, girl, I'm scared. She's like, can you grab my arm? So I had her arm or whatever. she's screaming or whatever, running. And it's just like, at this point, I have to be the brains of the operation, because I'm thinking like a scary movie. I'm thinking like survival, know how I'm gonna get in there. So then we get into this other room where there's like two-faced mirrors or whatever, and I'm just like, this is not real right now. And like the other side, once you get into the mirror and you walk in, you can't get back out. So I'm just like, okay. So then like we see more of these spooky actors, they're jumping out, and it was a lot of like, more so people jumping towards you. And me, I don't work well with people jumping towards me. I don't care, actor or not. So at this point, I'm getting really upset, because we get into this place where the door faces to the room, and then I seen that there was like some type of sheet, or it looked like it was a cobweb sheet. So I kind of like go through that or whatever, and then there was like another little arrow pointing to the left. So I'm like, girl, let's go. Cause she's like, girl, it's like, come on, I'm scared. And I'm just like, okay, well, we got to get out of here, because like, I'm not interested in seeing these actors like that. So I decided that I was gonna continue to go. She followed right behind me. Okay, so after this, it starts to get real, because we start seeing more than one actor. Now, the first two actors that we've seen, or three actors, they kind of like went off to the shadows as we like got through or whatever. But like when we got through, like I said, the door that went halfway through, and then there was like like I said, looked like a sheet, but it was like a what is that thing called? Cobweb sheet. We went to the left, and it was like the door. We went out, and it was like 5 of them, and like it was like they were trying to like cut us off from going to the side. So I'm grabbing her, and I'm like, let's go. You know, they kind of cornered us. Like we walked, they walked. So I'm just like, all right, hold up. Like, so I get back, and I honestly put my hand up like this, because actor or not, if you see me trying to walk, why aren't you moving out my way or whatever? So, you know, I was just like, had my dukes up. I have her on my arm. I'm just like, okay, like, get out my way. So we go through the other side of the door, and then all of a sudden, there's like a bunch of screaming. I'm like, rah, 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 rah. I'm like, oh my God, this is not for me. Me, like I said, I don't like stuff like that. I don't like the tag teaming is what I don't understand. Yes, you can be to the left and to the side, but all the screaming and the running and the, oh my God, I'm gonna get you, or whatever. So after we got around the 5 or 4 little people or whatever, actually it's me, because I was getting past them. I was like, I don't have time for this. Then all of them started running after us or whatever, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. So instantly I get into what is it, survival mode, and I start running or whatever. And I was just telling my friend, like, she's like, no, don't leave me. I'm like, look, I gotta go, just out of there. I got to go. I get my legs up and out. Boop. I'm like, me, I was just like, I gotta get out of here, you know what I'm saying? And I just remember seeing them, those little fake little actor demons behind me, and she was running. She was like, don't leave me. And I'm continuously running or whatever, and the arrow was showing the exit or whatever, and it's looking at the exit, and there's other people, and I'm starting to see the light, and I'm like, let me get out of here or whatever. Let me leave. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're exiting out of the little haunted mansion or whatever. We get down the steps. I told her, don't you ever take me to any place like this ever again. I'm not gonna come or whatever. And I think I had stopped participating in any type of haunted mansion or whatever, or King's Dominion or Six Flags. Me personally, I don't like that stuff, because like I said, I take it personal. I don't want somebody following me and putting their hands on me. Yes, you can, you know, go like this and try to scare me, but to actually like put your hand, I feel like you're crossing the line. So we exited out of that haunted mansion. We went down the steps or whatever. I think after that we had got like some drinks or whatever. We went to a bar, got a drink or two, And then I also remember us like smoking some type of blunt. But I was just like, man, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? I told her, do not take me to none of them type of places again. And it was just wild. And then to this day, I always tell myself that I will never go to one of those places again, because me, like I said, I just can't deal with it. I watch a lot, and you know what's funny? I stopped watching scary movies. I stopped watching scary movies, and I have a lot of them, and I really like scary movies, but it's just like to the point where like I don't really like the thrill anymore. Like it kind of like bothers me a little bit, like especially when I know like for the scary part of it, it's just like I don't know. I like suspense or whatever. Like I recently watched Saw, but like all that like in the dark shadows, some creepy person coming out the corner and ripping the sheets apart, or you know they coming in with a knife in the bedroom. I'm just not into that no more. I don't know how I grew out of it, but it's just like I'm not into that stuff. But I will say this, if you are out there for Halloween right now, please be safe, be careful, because there's a lot of weirdos out there. Me, I don't like going out on Halloween because people be putting on masks and they be doing all type of weird stuff. I'll tell y'all one more story before I end this story time. So I was working, you know, years ago, and matter of fact, it was the day before Halloween, and it was the day before Halloween, and I decided I was going to go out to the club, you know, because like when you go to the club, you don't have to really worry about people jumping out at you. All you got to do is worry about putting the costume on and looking cute. So I decided to put my costume on. I think I had like some devil horns that day, and then I had on like this cute outfit. I remember the outfit had like, I still got this outfit. Rips right here, right here, right here. My nipples was out. I put on my little devil horns. Okay. I was ready to go somewhere that day. And this was like one of my best memories. You know, I was going out with friends and everything, having a great time. At the time, I had broke up with one of my boyfriends because I had found him cheating or whatever. I was just like, this a-hole. But nevertheless, I wanted to enjoy myself on Halloween. So I decided, like I said, put my outfit on, have a devil horns on. We went out. I was drinking. I was partying. I was partying on the floor, having a good time. Ended up getting super, super lit. And, you know, everyone had their costume on in the club, and it was just fun. And I just remember having a great time, and you know, people painting their face or whatever. Those are the type of parties I like to go to. So at this party, this guy, he was, you know, looking at me and I was looking at him, and we end up sitting on the couch together. I end up giving him like this kiss. He ended up giving me a kiss. I remember that day I was, you know, broke up with my ex, so I was like, forget it, I'm just gonna be a thotty this time or whatever. Like, forget it, it is what it is. And I end up having a one night stand that day. And before we went to his house, I remember that there were some girls in there inside of the club or whatever, and they had their costumes on, and some girls didn't have any clothes on. And another reason why, you know, I don't really go out for Halloween, because I feel like some women just give it an excuse to just get naked altogether. They're just like, F it, I'm gonna get naked or whatever. And I remember this one girl, she was inside of the club or whatever, and she had no clothes on. She literally had on a thong or whatever, and she was shaking in a corner, and the whole entire corner ended up smelling like fish. And I was just like, what is going on? And she was twerking by herself, and I was just like, oh my goodness, no. And people were like, oh my God, it smells bad in here. And it was like the worst. And I feel like, you know, Halloween, people like to get a lot of, what's the word, very, very slutty or whatever. But me, like I said, this year, I'm in the house for Halloween. There's no need for me to go out there. I just done it all. And I'm telling you, I have a lot of Halloween stories. Maybe I'll title this video my Halloween stories, but I ended up getting some, and then it wasn't even all of that. Dude was actually a jerk. He ended up smelling really bad. I'm kind of glad, like, the things that I've did when I was like a little younger were very slutty. I have some very slutty moments, but nevertheless, you know, that was what I did on that Halloween. And I remember it because I was inside of the club and I took a picture. Actually, the picture that's on the background for Z Baby, I actually did that story time or whatever, my one night stand on Halloween or whatever. Y'all check that out. I'm gonna actually put it, I'm gonna title it if I have time and put it for the next video or whatever. But it was just like, it was a lot going on that day, man. And happy Halloween, you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can get a video every time I upload. Do y'all understand how long I've been on this platform? It's probably been about like 5 years. Man, I've been on here for a minute. But that's crazy. Like, it really shows you that time flies. Don't ever take your life for granted. Cherish every moment. Do whatever you can. Like, I was literally sleeping not too long ago, and I was like, let me get up and do this video because it was just on my spirit. But anyway, bye, you guys. I know I'm rambling. See you guys in my next one. Bye.